During the recession, shippers focused with great intensity on cost reductions in their transportation budgets. Is their strategic focus changing in the volatile recovery? To gain a grasp into what will drive transportation management decisions in 2012, Editorial Director Lou Smirlis spoke to leading motor carrier and shipper executives during our annual Decisions Roundtable. The event, sponsored once again by Shaw Tracking and conducted in partnership with the Toronto Area Council of CITT at the Maritime Ontario facilities in front of a live audience, brought together some of the most respected minds in transportation from across the country. Here's what two prominent buyers of transportation services say will drive their decisions this year.
From a focus overall, I'd say that the places that we looked for in the past was around how efficient we could make the operation, not only inside the operation itself, but then with any partners. And we would let, I'd say, relationships run for a longer period of time. And what I see happening now is that I see us actually changing those relationships more frequently, reviewing, taking a look at what the return on that relationship is going to be, both in a service provider and the cost itself. The day of Indigo staying with the same provider for a long, long time, I think, has gone. And it will constantly be a look at the value. Not just the value that the service provider, the shipper can bring to us, but actually how challenging that service provider can be for my organization. And what they can bring to the table from, innovation and solutions that are beyond just about a price increase, that they are about the type of skills that they employ within the organization that helps us think differently about the work that we do. And I think that's where we're going to actually really see, the return. And again, it's not just going to be about the dollar, it's going to be about how we create solutions together.
Okay. Jack, your thoughts on that?
Equal to that. It's the people that we like to engage ourselves with are people that are innovative in terms of cost reduction, people that aren't just coming to the table and say, here's our price and that's it. We want to be able to sit with people and go over our costs. We do job site deliveries. So is there a better time of the day that might utilize your equipment better? So let's start talking about what we can do to collectively to reduce our cost exposure. There's some really smart people out there in the trucking industry for sure that we've dealt with that have come to us with that now. That was unheard of 10 years ago. And I'm really impressed by the industry for bringing people through that are actually looking at that now. It's not stand pat. They're recognizing as a potential differentiator as well. I have an interview process I go through for new carriers, and we go through and ask them about their what do they do to reduce their fuel. And if they come up with 3 or 4 things, then we ask them, well, why do you charge the tariff on fuel? Because if they're being innovative in that sense, then they should be able to support having some cost sharing. Not all of it, but a sharing of it. So I agree that what we need to do is have more innovators like that on both sides. I'm open to it, and I'm really glad to see the trucking industry developing people like that and developing that mindset. It's really refreshing.
The shippers in our roundtable were clearly focusing on solutions, new ideas, and stronger partnerships. Are motor carrier executives open to such thinking? Tune in next week as we examine carrier strategies for 2012.